Hi, welcome to how to add a maze onto your game here and get the sprites to interact with the maze. So from the last session, what we did was we had a cat and we had a cake, and when the cat touched the cake, it said that it won the game. Now what we're going to do here is going to add in a maze in order to add a little bit of jeopardy. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to create myself a new sprite, and the way that I do that is I hover over the new sprite, but instead of selecting a sprite, I'm going to paint my own. So I click on paint my own like this, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the rectangle tool, and I'm going to make this one nice and simple. I'm just going to draw a series of boxes like that. Now as you can see on the screen so far, it's not quite right, so I'm just going to move it down a bit and move it across. Now don't worry at this point, because I can make my cat sprite smaller and my cake sprite smaller, which I will, and I'm just going to then add another one of these lines up here like so, and I can just move that down a bit, okay, until I'm happy with it. And if it's too small, I can extend it a bit, and then I'm going to add another one of these in here like so. Okay, trying to be reasonably accurate, but at the same time not being so precise that it can drive me insane. And then again just add in another one down here like this, and that will do. So all I need to do now is I can click on code in the top right hand side, so I'm on costumes at the minute, click on code, and I'm back to the coded section like this. Now as it stands at the minute, if we just look at our sprite catalog here, our assets, the sprite we've just made is called sprite 1. That's a terrible name, because again it would just become confusing when we try to do our code. So I'm going to just rename that and call it maze. Okay, so I've called it maze. Now also, if I now look at the cake and the cat, okay, the cake kind of fits in, but the cat's too big. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize the cat. So I need to click on the cat, and I'm going to just go to size here, and I'll just change that to say 50. Oops, there we go. And that's now at 50. So I can move the cat back down to here like so, and I can start to try moving around like this. Now there is a slight issue. If I start to move, and I can just go straight through like this. What I want to do is I want to be able to set it so that when I touch the maze, that it sends me to the back, and that's really straightforward to do. So what I do here is I'm just going to put another if statement in, and this is going to go underneath the previous if. It's not going to go inside it, it's going to go underneath it. And I'm going to say sensing, and just like with a cake, am I touching it? So am I touching the maze? And see it says maze there, that's the whole point of changing it from sprite 1 to maze. So it says if touching maze, and then what I'm going to do is going to go to motion, and I'm going to send it back to the beginning, which is where it currently is. So go to, and then minus 210 by 155 is my current position. So when I start, I'm here, and if I now move up and I touch like this, you see there, and I'm going to touch the maze here, there we go, and it sends me back every time I touch it. Okay.